This week on Premier Interschools we have a double header, netball and rugby. Later in the show we'll look at this Saturday's Monster Rugby Derby Day in Pretoria, where Affies will host an undefeated Paarl team. But right now we're talking netball, as we go to Rhenish Girls High in Stellenbosch, as they get ready to host the Rustenburg girls from Cape Town for their big matchup this Saturday. On Saturday, two of the oldest girls' schools in South Africa, Rhenish Girls High, founded in 1860, and Rustenburg School for Girls, founded in 1894, will match skills in Stellenbosch. Rhenish was originally founded as a German mission school for the daughters of the missionaries. The school grew rapidly as girls from the wider Stellenbosch community joined the missionaries' daughters. In 2010, the school celebrated its 150th anniversary.
We are the oldest girls' school in the country. We are 162 years old this year, so values plays a big role in the lives of all Rhenishers. A few years ago, our Rhenishers decided to start something with the RGHS, and the R stands for respect, G for grace, H honor, and S for spirit. And that is extremely important, and they live by that, I must say. So I'm very proud of that. It will be first time in 2 years that we're actually going to play a match, and to us that really give that advantage that we're actually doing it at home this year. So we're looking forward to playing against Rustenburg.
So far, Rhenish has had an up and down season, with wins against Hermanus and Droste, but losing to Belleville, Huguenot, DF Milan and Oudtshoorn.
We have a few youngsters that also came up to be part of the team, and the seniors are really a great bunch of girls, so they've been really inviting, still sort of establishing the dominance hierarchy that's healthy within a first team setup, but they have a lot of geest, they have a lot of spirit, and I think they're very excited to be back on court, and they're excited to be part of a team culture, so all of that sort of will just drive them forward and yeah, hopefully beat Rustenburg.
Rustenburg is on the same level as us, but we haven't played them in 2 years, and I know we've been putting in the work. And all I can say is that we are ready to prove to them that we are the real RGHS, and we are coming with everything that we have. So all I'm saying is they have to be prepared, because we're also playing at our home, so I think it's going to be a very big support system that we're going to have. So I think they just need to be prepared for us to bring our fire.
I do remember we played them in 2019, and it wasn't an easy game. I know there was a lot of conflict of interest and things like that, but I think this is definitely it's gonna be a good one, because we can't remember, well, I can't remember, and I think that will be a good, it's a good thing when you don't always know your opposition, because it means that you can go out and give it everything without having expectations of something.
We played with them, I believe, back in 2019. That was our first match we had with them. And I remember the match quite well. It was quite a very intense match. We are on the same level, but I do believe, I can't be biased, but I do believe Rhenish is better, and I'm so excited to see how this year goes.
Rustenburg Girls High School in Rustenburg, Cape Town was founded in 1894 and is ranked among one of the top 10 schools in the Western Cape. Notable alumni include singer Louise Carver and journalist Deborah Patter, and scenes from some of the Spud movies were actually filmed on its campus.
So yes, it's one of those wonderful opportunities that we have this friendly rivalry between us and Rhenish. We're schools that have been around for a long time, both schools, and every year, barring the COVID years, we've had a derby day where we take turns on each other's campus, and where our 10 hockey teams and our 10 netball teams compete against each other.
Rustenburg has had an unbeaten streak up to now, mostly with close scores, but this does mean that the visitors from Cape Town are the favourites going into this fixture.
We are doing what we're supposed to do. We do our conditioning. We started with conditioning just to give the girls a little bit of fitness. I'm looking at speed and agility. So yeah, I think we are hungry. And in fact, maybe I'm looking for victory at the end.
The last 2 years, we haven't had a lot of time together as a team, but we've been able to work on our individual skills. We've got stronger, we've got faster. So I think we are all just ready to get back, get training, and get playing as soon as possible.
Rhenish, I would say they are quite a strong team, and I feel like the competition is going to be really high when the tournament comes, because I feel like they really have some strong players and they really have a great team. I mean, we're both like RGHs, so it's always a competition, but they're very strong sports in school, and their netball is extremely good. They have amazing players in the team, and we've played them so many times before. I think it'll be a tough game with very good netball that will be played.
Don't miss this nail-biting encounter between two of South Africa's oldest girls' schools. That's Rhenish versus Rustenburg, live on Supersport this Saturday. From Stellenbosch, we go to Pretoria, where two legendary rugby schools, both with deep roots in the game, are preparing for an epic encounter. This Saturday, the Afrikaans Hoërseun School, better known as Affies, will host their arch rivals from the Boerland, Paarl.
Premier Inter-Schools Rugby, feast your eyes on it. All of the schools ready to sing to one another, the players back to the fans. Oh, yes! Look at that, the sidestep. Keep that on the line! It's another try! Oh, that's the stuff. Schoolboy rugby, ladies and gentlemen.
Affies was founded in 1920. The current campus is directly opposite the legendary Loftus Versfeld Rugby Stadium, home of the Bulls. Affies has contributed 10 Springboks to date, and in the 2006 test against Australia, there were 3 Affies old boys in the team: Wynand Olivier, Verriede Prea en Pierre Spies.
Ons het ongelooflik baie respek en waardering vir Paarl Gymnasium. Hulle is wel 'n gemengde skool, maar wat hierdie sportnaweek so uniek maak is dat hulle bring hulle dogters saam en hulle neem deel teen meisies hoër en ons seuns natuurlik neem deel op die rugbyveld en hokkie en moontlik ook golf. Ek dink wat mense kan verwag is 2 uitnemende skole wat gaan uitdraf na 2 jaar se baie min sport. Hulle gaan hulle beste gee vir hulle skool. Ek dink dit gaan 'n vertoonvenster vir sport en veral vir rugby wees.
Looking at Affies' results history, the 2022 team has racked up 3 wins thus far against Diamantveld, Helpmekaar and Paarl Roos, and suffered a narrow 1-point loss to Garsfontein.
Yeah, it's always tough against Gym. It's a fixture we look forward to the most because I think mostly when we play there, it's the travel and the plane ride down there, and obviously when they're up here, it's a great traditional clash, and they always produce quality rugby, and we expect nothing less this year. But we're looking forward to it. We always learn a lot when we play against them, but hopefully this year they can take a few lessons from us. Like I said, we've prepared well, and we're very excited for that traditional fixture here at Affies.
Ja, baie mense praat oor Gym as hierdie groot skool en allerlei goed, maar dit hang maar seker af op wat die dag gebeur. Maar hulle is 'n goeie span, vat niks van Gym af nie, maar ek glo in ons span dat ons deur gaan druk.
Paarl Gym is always a big game for us, and I think we as a team and as coaches have really worked hard and prepared well. So yes, I back Affies 100%.
Om teen Paarl Gym te speel is altyd 'n lekker wedstryd om te speel. Hulle is formidable opponente en ons moet hulle nooit onderskat nie. Maar die manne lyk goed, hulle is reg, hulle het hard geoefen in die voorseisoen en ons hoop om die telling wat 2 jaar terug teen ons was, hierdie jaar bietjie om te draai.
The last time these two schools played against each other was back in 2019, when Gym won by 27 points. The Boerland school has not lost to Affies in recent years, but the Pretoria boys come into this game hungry and with crucial home ground advantage. This will be a monster game of schoolboy rugby. Paarl Gym is one of the oldest schools in South Africa, founded in 1858. The co-ed school has contributed 31 Springboks to date, and in the 2004 win against the All Blacks, there were 4 Oud-Gimmies in the Springbok team: De Wet Barry, centre partner Marius Hubert, Skalk Burger, and Jean de Villiers.
Die Affies-wedstryde teen Afrikaans hoër seuns en Afrikaans hoër meisies met die dogters is 'n besondere geleentheid vir ons. Dis 'n geleentheid waar ons feitelik die hele skool kan neem op 'n toer en die gees tussen die twee skole is ook iets besonders. Jy weet, albei Afrikaanse skole, ons en Affies seuns se skoolklere is baie dieselfde. So daar's 'n spesiale tipe band tussen die twee skole.
Paarl is currently the #1 rugby school in the country. They have not tasted defeat since 2019, beating even the formidable Grey College in 2021. Although games were scarce over the last 2 years, this means that they come into the Pretoria Derby as heavy favourites, but it does make them the team everyone wants to beat.
Ons het 2017 begin met die jaarlikse interskole teen Affies, wat natuurlik 1 jaar daarbo en 1 jaar onder is. Vir die seuns is dit verskriklik lekker, want dis al die seuns wat rugby speel, toer op om daar te gaan speel. So 'n verskriklike lekker trip vir almal. Almal sien uit daarna. Om goeie verhoudinge te bou, maar ook goeie rugby te speel.
Ons in Affies is die enigste 2 Afrikaans sprekende skole wat nog teen mekaar kompeteer elke jaar. Ek dink dit is 'n groot voorreg en ek dink ook hulle het 'n baie goeie span wat baie kompeterend gaan wees hierdie jaar.
Dit is nooit maklik om Pretoria toe te gaan en Affies daar te gaan speel nie. Ek ag Affies altyd as 'n kompeterende skool en dit is altyd 'n groot game bly. Maar ek dink ons is definitief kompetisie vir Affies, maar ek sal dit nooit onderskat nie.
Affies is altyd 'n moeilike wedstryd. Hulle het altyd 'n goeie span wat hulle op die veld sit en dit maak dit te veel makliker as ons daar bo speel.
Kick-off is this Saturday, 23rd of April, where 2 giants in schools rugby will lock horns in Pretoria. There's huge pride at stake as Affies seek victory in front of their home crowd, and the visitors from the Boerland will want to defend their unbeaten streak. Don't miss this great traditional derby day in Pretoria this Saturday. That's Affies versus Paarl in Premier Interschools, live on SuperSport.
Premier Interschools Rugby, feast your eyes on it. All of the schools ready to sing to one another, the players back to the fans. Oh, yes! Look at that, the sidestep. Oh, that's the stuff. Schoolboy rugby, ladies and gentlemen.